What's up, YouTube? This your boy Ziggy Doom, and we are doing something new. I'm going to try doing a In the News every week, bring it out to y'all on Friday. Not necessarily show y'all my face, my beautiful face, but just give y'all my voice and the update on what's going on in the news. Every week, switch it up from the podcast and keep it short and sweet and simple. So, without further ado, the week of July 14th, this is some of the stuff that's going on. In the NBA, Damian Lillard reaches a deal to return to the Trailblazers. 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trailblazers. Now, what's crazy about this is he got hurt and Milwaukee let him go, and they owe this man $113 million, so they're going to stretch it out over a couple of years. So, essentially, with the $42 million contract he getting with Portland, and $113 million he getting for free from Milwaukee, this man gonna make like $70 million a year, and he ain't even gonna play this next year. He gonna be off. So I think what it was though, his family is in Portland, and that's the most important thing to him. So he went back to Portland. He gonna make about $70 million a year, and he gonna have a whole year off recovering from his injury, and he gonna be with his family. So shout out to Damian Lillard, man. Get that money. In the NFL, Chiefs Rashee Rice sentenced to 30 days in jail for role in a multi-car crash. I don't know if y'all remember, but he had gotten into a car crash that it was a hit and run. He kind of got in the crash and ran away from the accident. And he got 30 days, man. I think that's a slap on the wrist, but the guy is young and he'll get probation. And I mean, if he do his probation and community service, he may not do no time in jail at all. I wish everyone would be held to the same standard, because you got people with public defenders that would do the same thing and they would get the book through at them. But that's the justice system, man. You got the money, you can definitely get off. So this young man, hopefully he learns from it and does better and goes on to have a great NFL career. All right, in other news, this is kind of funny. The CEO of Astronomer, Andy Byron, and his company's chief police officer, Christian Cabot, were caught at a Coldplay concert holding each other, hugging. It's kind of viral right now. Y'all can find the video anywhere, but basically, they did a kiss cam at the Coldplay concert, and yeah, they showed him and this woman hugging. Now, instead of them trying to play it off and, not do anything crazy, they both of them covered their face. The guy actually ducked down and the woman covered her face and turned their head, thinking that's going to make the problem go away. But it was probably at that moment they realized their whole careers and potential lives was ruined. Now, if they would have just played it normal, who knows? Nobody would have recorded and the world would have kept spinning. But once they did that move away and the Coldplay announcer was like, hey, these guys must be having an affair, they were done. The lady, his wife, she found out and instantly changed her last name. And I guess shout outs to her, man, because usually when these high profile, high ranking people cheat, their significant other stays with them. And I think that's kind of crazy, but hopefully she'll get a divorce. Maybe she could have his money. I don't know. But he's going to be shamed forever. Him and his chief people officer, they're going to be shamed forever. So good luck with that. I just thought it was kind of funny because they literally, both of them was like caught up and did the absolute worst thing you could do if you caught cheating. So we'll see how that plays out. And last but not least, Diddy. Y'all already know what Diddy going through. It's all over the news. You got people that's for Diddy congratulating that he wasn't found guilty on all 5 of the charges. But then you got people that's against him and they pouring oil on themselves outside in protest, which I think is kind of weird. But Diddy gonna start a domestic violence and drug program in prison. He's trying to rehabilitate himself. So he's enrolling in self-improvement programs and federal lockup to address his drug use and violence against women. Now, we all know that man was guilty. Okay, you don't have to be a scholar or a judge, an attorney, any of that to know that man was guilty. The way he beat the brakes off of Cassie in that hallway, that's not normal. That is not something a normal person would do. And he tried to make that apology video, and I don't know who fell for that, but that's not normal. And he got off on the more serious charges. Now he's got to work on his image. His public relations team is telling him to do that. And I mean, I get it. You know, he'll do his time, he'll get out and dye his hair back to black. And, you know, in time, people probably gonna forget. But I think it's unfortunate for the victims, because basically what it tells them is if you have enough money, you can get off on anything. And that's kind of how our justice system has always gone. Just like with Rashee Rice. If you got the money, you really, truly do got the power. But that's it, y'all. That is all that I have for the news this week. I'm going to try to expand this and get better. This is a trial run, so bear with me. But until the next In the News, be easy.